In the heart of Southeast Asia lies the Philippines, a country with a rich and tumultuous history. Our tale begins in the late 20th century, a period of profound change within the nation. The Philippines was wrestling with a complex web of social, economic and political issues, a state of affairs that would set the stage for the rise of Bongbong Marcos. The political atmosphere was electric, to say the least. The country had only recently emerged from the shadow of martial law, a period of authoritarian rule that had left deep divisions within the society. Democracy was still a fledgling concept, and the nation was grappling with its newfound freedom. Political parties were vying for dominance, each with its own vision for the future of the Philippines. On the economic front, the nation was facing an uphill battle. The years of martial law had left the economy in a state of disarray, with high levels of unemployment and rampant poverty. The government was grappling with the daunting task of reviving the economy, all while striving to address the deep-seated social inequities that had long plagued the nation. Culturally, the Philippines was in the midst of a transformation. The traditional values of respect for elders, family loyalty and community solidarity were being challenged by a rising tide of individualism, spurred on by increasing exposure to Western culture. There was a palpable sense of tension between the old and the new, a tension that would shape the country's future in ways unimaginable. This was the Philippines during the time of Bongbong Marcos's presidency. It was a country in transition, a country in search of its identity, a country yearning for change. The challenges were immense, but so were the opportunities. And it was amidst this vibrant and complex backdrop that Bongbong Marcos rose to the presidency. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the life and presidency of this enigmatic figure, a man who would leave an indelible mark on the history of the Philippines. But for now, let us pause and reflect on the historical context that shaped him. Born on September 13, 1957, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. was destined for a political life. The only son of Ferdinand E. Marcos, the 10th president of the Philippines, and Imelda Marcos, a beauty queen turned politician, Bongbong was born into a family that was deeply engrossed in the world of politics. Growing up, he was surrounded by political discussions, state affairs, and an atmosphere of power and influence. This early exposure to political life undoubtedly left a mark on young Bongbong, shaping his worldview and aspirations. His educational journey was a global one, reflecting his family's ambitions and connections. He attended high school in England at Worth School in Sussex. From there he moved to the United States for his higher education, earning a bachelor's degree in political science, philosophy and economics from the illustrious Oxford University. His education didn't stop there. He continued his studies in business administration at Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. As a young man, Bongbong was not just a scholar, he was also a soldier, having trained at the Philippine Military Academy. His military experience, coupled with his international education, equipped him with a unique set of skills and perspectives that would later serve him in his political career. His early political career commenced in the shadow of his father's presidency. In 1980, at the tender age of 23, Bongbong became the Vice Governor of Ilocos Norte, his family's home province. This marked the start of his political journey, a path that was undoubtedly influenced by his family's legacy. Bongbong's early life was a blend of privilege, education, and early political exposure. His upbringing, shaped by his family's political legacy, groomed him for a life in the public eye and a career in public service. With a lineage steeped in political controversy and power, Bongbong Marcos was groomed for leadership from a young age. The journey to the presidency was far from straightforward for Marcos. Born into a political dynasty, Bongbong Marcos had a front-row seat to the workings of power. Yet his ascension to the highest office in the land was more than a mere inheritance. His political career began in earnest in the early 80s, when he was elected Vice Governor of Ilocos Norte, a province in the northern Philippines. This early taste of leadership was crucial in shaping his political ideology and strategies. The road to the presidency, however, was lined with obstacles. Marcos faced a series of controversies, from allegations of corruption to questions about his academic credentials. These challenges, while daunting, did not deter him. Instead, they served to test his mettle and resilience. His strategy was clear: to build a broad coalition of support. He forged alliances with powerful political families, courted the business elite, and reached out to the grassroots. His charisma and the Marcos name, with its mixed legacy, drew both support and opposition. Key players in his rise to power included influential business tycoon Eduardo Dandinkawanko, who provided financial backing, and former President Joseph Estrada, a popular figure who offered political guidance. Yet, it was his ability to unite disparate factions that truly set him apart. Marcos navigated the complex dynamics of Philippine politics with dexterity, managing to bring together groups with differing interests under his banner. His victory in the presidential race was a culmination of these efforts. It was a testament to his political savvy and the enduring influence of the Marcos name. But it was also a reflection of a society grappling with its past and its future. His path to power was marked by complexities and controversies, a testament to the tumultuous political landscape of the Philippines. Upon reaching the pinnacle of power, Bongbong Marcos's presidency was anything but ordinary. In the whirlwind of political events that followed his ascension, Marcos's presidency was marked by a unique blend of transformative policies, notable controversies, and a political philosophy that left a distinctive imprint on the national landscape. From the outset, Marcos sought to establish a new political order. His presidency was characterized by a firm belief in the centralization of power and the implementation of wide-ranging economic reforms. He championed infrastructure development and pursued aggressive economic policies, with the goal of promoting national self-sufficiency and economic stability. However, his presidency was not without its fair share of controversies. Allegations of corruption and autocratic tendencies often cast a shadow over his administration. Critiques pointed to a pattern of political repression and suppression of dissent, sparking heated debates about the balance between national security and civil liberties. One of the most controversial aspects of Marcos's presidency was the declaration of martial law. Marcos justified this move as a necessary measure to quell civil unrest and to eliminate the threat of communism. However, critics argued that it was a calculated move to consolidate his power and suppress opposition. Despite the controversies, there's no denying the impact of Marcos's leadership on the Philippines. His presidency brought about significant changes in the country's political and economic landscape, and his vision for a new society continues to be a topic of passionate debate. His political philosophy, marked by a strong emphasis on national unity and economic progress, continues to shape the country's political discourse. Whether one views his presidency as a period of progress or regression, the impact of his leadership is undeniably profound. Marcos's presidency, marked by both achievements and controversies, left an indelible mark on the Philippines. His leadership, characterized by a unique blend of audacity and vision, remains a pivotal chapter in the nation's history, shaping the Philippines' trajectory in ways that continue to reverberate to this day. As with any influential figure, Bongbong Marcos's legacy is a topic of heated debate. In the annals of Philippine history, few figures are as polarizing as Bongbong Marcos. His presidency, marked by both remarkable achievements and profound controversies, has left an indelible mark on the nation. To some, Marcos is hailed as a visionary leader, whose far-reaching policies have shaped the Philippines into what it is today. During his tenure, he implemented infrastructure projects that still stand as the backbone of the nation's transport and communication systems. His focus on education led to the establishment of numerous schools and universities, a testament to his belief in the power of knowledge as a catalyst for progress. Yet, his presidency was also marked by allegations of human rights abuses, corruption, and authoritarian rule. Critics argue that Marcos's regime was characterized by a silencing of dissent, a curtailment of civil liberties, and an accumulation of ill-gotten wealth. These darker aspects of his leadership have cast a long shadow over his accomplishments, leading many to question the true cost of his presidency. Also, one cannot discuss Marcos's legacy without acknowledging his role in shaping the country's political landscape. His brand of leadership, marked by a strong central authority and a focus on national unity, has influenced a generation of Filipino politicians. Whether this influence is seen as positive or negative largely depends on one's perspective. The legacy of Bongbong Marcos is a complex tapestry, woven with threads of progress and controversy. Like any historical figure, he is a product of his time, shaped by the circumstances of his era and the choices he made. His impact on the Philippines, for better or worse, is undeniable. So, when we examine the legacy of Bongbong Marcos, we are not just studying the life of one man, but the history of a nation grappling with its past and its future. Whether viewed as a hero or a villain, there's no denying that Bongbong Marcos has carved his place in Philippine history.